Good evening and welcome to another edition of Full Velocity Racing Network. A little bit behind the 8 ball here tonight. Had to take care of some technical difficulties, but heat race number 1 already out there on the grid. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 17 of Chad Bird. Bird aboard the number 17, David Clymer. And the number 98 is going to roll off in the second position. Rolling off in the third position is the 124. That's Tennessee Tumbler. Brett Rolls. Jamie Massey, the 62, rolls off fourth. Fifth is going to be R.J. Klein. Caleb Ramsey, the number 13, going to roll off sixth. Rolling off seventh will be the number 53 machine of Chadwick Rigby. And Trace Williams rolls off in the eighth position, the number 60 machine. And David Brewer, shotgun on the field as we get ready to go racing off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. 8 laps is the distance. Heat race number 1 already 3 wide. Going into turn number 1, R.J. Klein trying to go down to the bottom side of the speedway, trying to make things happen. Massey gets jumbled up there through the middle, almost 4 wide. Massey trying to work his way up there. That number 62 machine side by side with number 14 of Brett Rolls. 4 cars will make it. 4 cars will transfer on to the A main here tonight. The rest will go through consolation events. As we look down through, it's the number 98 machine of David Clymer running in that second spot. Chad Bird in the number 17 rolling off. He right now is running in the top spot. Here comes Clymer down to the bottom side trying to make something happen for the top spot. And that number 98 machine, meanwhile, the battle raging between the number 14 machine, the 62 of Massey there. That is Jamie Massey. That's Showtime Jamie Massey aboard the 62 machine trying to make something happen, trying to get into that final transfer spot where R.J. Klein holds on to that in the number 14 machine. Ramsey's a couple of spots out there in the number 13, but meanwhile still back up front. It is Chad Bird showing the quick way around as we are in 4 to go here, halfway home for the number 17 machine of Chad Bird. David Clymer still running in that second spot. The Tennessee Tumbler, Brett Rolls running in third. Fourth is R.J. Klein, hot at his heels. The number 62 of Jamie Massey. Again, that is the final transfer spot. He peeks back down to the bottom side here as we have 3 laps remaining here at Lanier Speedway, Lanier National Speedway for that matter. And we're watching this battle for the final transfer spot. Who's going to make it into the A-main and who's going to have to go through one of the 2 consolation events here tonight. We're just going to have to wait and see as we have Popsicle 6 in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway for the number 17 of Chad Bird. Clymer down to the bottom side by side for the lead. Coming off of turn number 4 as they see that white silk in the air. 1 more trip around the speedway. Battle for the lead. Waging for Chad Bird and David Clymer as they're still side by side. Now third place coming into the picture down the back straightaway for the final time. In the turn number 3, Clymer down to the bottom. A little bit of contact almost made with the 17. Clymer around it. Into contact. Is Clymer going to make the final spot? We're not going to be sure. Chad Bird going to take down the victory here tonight in heat race number 1. Brett Rolls, R.J. Klein, and Jamie Massey. Mistake by Clymer takes him out of the top 4. As we get ready to roll with heat race number 2, they're going to come to post like this. Starting on the pole is the number 10 last week feature winner here on the Sunday Night Shootout. That's racing Jason Salter and his dancing partner to the outside. Driving the number 21, the Evil One himself, the Evil One graphic sponsor machine, that is Jim Reves. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that's number 86. That's Derek Fetkenauer. Fetkenauer aboard the number 86, and his dancing partner to the outside, that's the Big Monkey. That's Rocky Battenfield. Rocky Battenfield in the number 97. Rolling off in the 5th starting position, the number 99 machine, that is Preston Williams. Williams aboard the number 99, and Steve Robbins in the 073. He's going to roll off 6. Rolling off 7th is the 010, Casey Brunson. Brunson aboard the number 010, and Andrew Rickard in the number 182, going to roll off 8th. And rolling off shotgun on the field, driving the 146 machine, that is Adam Stevens. The field is restocked and repacked. We're about ready to send them on their way here for heat race number 2 off of turn number 4. So control car number 10, green flags in the air. We're racing here with heat race number 2. It is racing Jason Salter leading the charge down to the turn number 1 side-by-side battle for that second spot between Revis and Fetkenauer down the back straightaway. Those two have a lot of history between one another. It's been a lot of great battles between the 86 and the 21, but Jim Revis right now stuck up to the top shelf of the Speedway. Batfield now dives down to the bottom side by side for that third spot, trying to get out of the, what I call the hot seat there, the number 4th position there. The final transfer spot right now being held by the 21 of Jim Revis. Is Batfield able to get by him as they flash by that start-finish line with 6 laps remaining already here. DWR Sunday Night Shootout. This is heat race number 2. Revis right now holds on to the 4th spot to 010. Brunson now up to the 5th position. Now going to look down to the bottom. Revis needs to get down to the bottom here at Lanier National. That seems to be where the racing is, as Revis now switches it down. Dives it back down to the bottom side, going to go on the attack to the big monkey, the number 97 machine. Not able to do anything so far, but meanwhile up front it is racing Jason Salter, the number 10 machine, as he gets the halfway home signal. 4 in, 4 to go here at the Lanier National Speedway. The number 86 of Fetkenauer running in that 2nd spot. The 97 of Rocky Battenfield running in 3rd, and 4th right now is Jim Revis, is barely holding on to the final transfer spot as Brunson now holds on to 5th. There in the 010 machine. He is 1 spot out of the transfer. That would put him in the consolation event. Coming off down the back straightaway here into turn number 3. Racing Jason trying to hold off, hard charging Fetkenauer. Fetkenauer now goes to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to make something happen. His popsicle sticks up in the air here. 2 more trips around for these competitors down through turn number 1. Fetkenauer up to the top shelf of the Speedway as the number 10 of Salter down to the bottom. He has to work to the bottom. That's what's been working good for him. But Fetkenauer showing the fast way around there. Side by side. White flag in the air. Who's it going to be here in heat race number 2? Is it going to be Fetkenauer, the 10 of Salter? Don't count out Battenfield or Revis. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3. Salter down to the bottom side. Fetkenauer up top. Side by side. Drag race to the start finish line. Fetkenauer from the outside takes down the victory. Racing Jason Salter for 2nd. Rocky Battenfield for 3rd, and rounding out your top 4 will be Jim Revis aboard the number 21. "41 drivers in the house here tonight. Another great field for the DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Got to thank everybody for tuning in here. Make sure you like and share the video out here. It is DWR Sunday Night Shootout. These guys starting to roll away, and they're going to come away to post like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 010, that's Braden Richards. Richards aboard the 010, and Alex Cummings in the 631, going to start outside of him in position number 2. Rolling off 3rd will be the number 1, that's Alex Brewer. His name's further outside, that's Electric Eric Eichstead aboard the number 12 machine. Rolling off in the 5th starting position, that's the 07 machine of Justin Pruitt, and Steve Redunes on the outside in the number 78 machine. Rolling off in the 7th starting position, the number 24, that's Brenton Hoff, and Brandon joined the 193. He's going to roll off in the 8th starting position. Rolling off shotgun on the field is Sean Stevens aboard the 026 machine. iRacing.com pace truck going to pull down to pit road here for racing here for heat race number 3. Green flags in the air. We're already racing down the front straightaway. Of course, we're racing here at Lanier National Speedway. Dirt track racing at its finest. Full fender frenzy on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esport racing. It is the 010 Braden Richards, the 631 of Alex Cummings for 2. For 3 is Alex Brewer. Here comes the number 12 machine. That is Electric Eric Eichstead in the number 12, up to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to make something happen. He's seen the number 86 of Fetkenauer last time by make the top shelf work. But Eichstead makes a mistake, and Pruitt gets around him for the final transfer spot. Now Eric Eichstead on the outside looking in the fifth spot. Meanwhile, up front, Braden Richards holding on and just in front of Alex Cummings aboard the 631 machine. Nice looking cars out there. Another H&L machine, the 631 of Alex Cummings. Brewer running in that 3rd spot. Pruitt for 4, but he has got his hands full with the number 12 of Eric Eichstead down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. So is it Cummings going for the top spot also as they come down the back chute here into turn number 3. It is great battling going on amongst the top 5. The 631 of Cummings down to the bottom side. Here comes the 12 again as we got halfway in. 4 to go here at the Lanier National Speedway. But now the number 12 side by side with Pruitt for the final transfer spot here in heat race number 3. The number 10 or 07 machine of Pruitt up on the outside of the speedway trying to make something happen. But the 12 just rolling the bottom here. We have 3 laps remaining. Braden Richards of the 012 machine doing a fantastic job out there. Holding off the 631 of Alex Cummings. Alex Brewer running in that 3rd spot. 4th is Eric Eichstead. And 5th is Justin Pruitt. Pruitt doing a fantastic job too. But trying to get his spot back. Trying to wrestle it back from Eric Eichstead. Eichstead now going to slide up in front of the 07 machine. Hold on to the final transfer spot aboard the number 12 machine. As the white flag going to come out for the 012 machine, excuse me, of Braden Richards, the 631 of Alex Cummings for 2. For 3 is Alex Brewer. 4th is Eric Eichstead, and Justin Pruitt is running in that 5th spot. Down into turn number 3 for the final time. And off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 3, going to be the 2, excuse me, of Braden Richards, the 631 of Alex Cummings, Alex Brewer, and Eric Eichstead rounds out your top 4 to make the A main. The rest will go to the consolation events. So as we get locked and loaded here for heat race number 3, it is going to come away like this. Starting on the pole, going to be driving the number 61 here tonight. That is Josh Peacock. Peacock aboard the number 61, and outside of him will be the number 11. That is Kyle Moyer. Inside row number 2, starting in the 3rd starting position, that's the Iceman himself, driving the number 71. That's Daniel Stifler. Stifler aboard the number 71. And Stephen M. Moore aboard the number 73. He is going to roll off in the 4th starting position. Rolling off 5th, welcome back Barrett Bishop aboard the number 3 machine. Been a long time since we've seen Bishop here at DWR, but he is back here starting in the 5th starting position. And his day is brother outside driving the number 9. That is Chris Miller. Miller aboard the number 9 machine. Rolling off 7th will be the number 6 machine. That is Ryan Bronson. Bronson aboard the number 6. And Ryan Oakes rounds out your 8 cars here in heat race number 4. Looking at the different camera angles here through, we're going to try to give something a little bit different. As green flag coming out here in heat race number 4. And look at these guys jockey for positions already. The 61 of Peacock out to the early advantage. Daniel Stifler down to the bottom side there in the 71. Gets a tad bit loose and out of shape there as they battle for that 2nd spot away from Kyle Moyer. Moyer still holding on to the top shelf of the speedway. We've seen some passes up there, so we know that group's starting to come alive. Number 3, look at Barrett Bishop. Man, that's a nice looking ride out there in the number 3 machine. Been a while since I've seen Barrett Bishop out there, but he's working over the bottom side there, working on the 73 machine. That is Stephen Moore. So side by side battle for that final transfer. It's Daniel Stifler right there directly in front of him. They're going to try to make it almost 3 wide through the corner. Bishop trying to make something happen, catfishing it down on the bottom in that number 3 machine, but Stifler now moves himself into 2nd around Kyle Moyer as Barrett Bishop sets his sights on the 11 of Kyle Moyer. Moyer starting to drop back into the clutches of him. And the number 73 machine of Stephen Moore. Those guys battling it out fantastic here for the top 5 spots as Moyer gets a tad bit loose as he goes down to the bottom to try to block the run of the number 3 machine of Barrett Bishop. Stifler still holding on to the 2nd spot, but we have halfway home here this time by the 61 of Josh Peacock has led the first 4 laps. Peacock, then Stifler, then Moyer. Now here comes the 3 of Barrett Bishop back down to the bottom, but that H&L number 73 machine of Moore up on the top shelf of the speedway trying to make something happen. Now the battle going on, waging war here for the top spot. Peacock on the top side, the 71. Stifler, the Iceman, down to the bottom, bound the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Look at Stifler going the number 71 machine. Peacock drifting up the track into the loose stuff, but the momentum on the top shelf of the speedway keeps him alive there, leading that time by the number 61 of Peacock. But the 71 of Stifler not going away as Peacock makes a mistake coming out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Stifler now out to the early advantage here as they drag race down to the start-finish line. 1 lap remaining for the number 71 of Daniel Stifler. Peacock now under fire from the number 11 machine of Moyer. Moyer down to the bottom side, down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. Daniel Stifler leads these guys down through 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 4, the 71 of Daniel Stifler. Josh Peacock for 2. The number 11 machine going to finish up in the 3rd spot. That is Moyer. And 4th is going to be Stephen Moore. Bear Bishop, 1 spot out. Again, if you like what you see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, do not forget star donations, fellas out there, and everybody alike. Race fans, I should say. Everybody alike. Star donations help us go a long way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esport racing. Also, sponsorship, guys. Sponsorship matters a lot here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We have a lot of guys that come out here and watch Full Velocity Racing Network, and a lot of people tune in. We thank all the fans out there for tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network and making it what it is today. Also, do not forget to share our link out there. Let them know Full Velocity Racing Network is live, large, and in charge here on a Sunday night here. Full Fender Frenzy, 5 heat races here. Again, that is another DWR mainstay. 5 heat races, and 5 heat races it has been here tonight. 4 exciting ones. I'm sure the 5th one is going to be about the same. So heat race number 5, let's get to the docket for those guys. Starting on the pole, driving the number 25 machine, that is Kyle Surratt. Austin Miners aboard the number 8 machine. He's going to roll off 2nd. Rolling off in the 3rd spot, that's E.J. Jones aboard the number 84 machine. And Tyson Pankow aboard the number 91 machine, going to roll off in that 4th spot. Rolling off 5th is going to be David Blackberg aboard the number 16 machine. And Raisin Ron Piles going to roll off 6th in the number 68. Rolling off 9th will be Sawyer Swartek in the number 67 machine. And Daniel Price rolls off 8th. Green flag in the air. We're racing here with heat race number 5. Remember, 4 cars transfer on to the main. The rest will go to the consolation events here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Can't thank our sponsors enough here tonight. Evil One Graphics, we have 3 wide there for the 2nd spot. Look at Pankow down to the bottom side. It is the E.J. Jones sandwich here for a little bit. The 84 machine, it should say the Jones sandwich, as Miners are up to the top shelf of the speedway. Pankow trying to make something happen. He didn't want to sit on that hot seat. And that number 91 machine, he wants to put some real estate in between that 4th spot and himself right now. He's sitting in the final transfer spot with David Blackburn breathing down his neck. Also, Sawyer in the number 67 machine running rather quickly here in that 5th spot. Again, like I said, got to thank everybody for tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network and doing a fantastic job out there. These guys at DWR always putting on a whale of a show. 41 cars here again this evening. Last week, 42. It's a consistent base here. And you got to thank Evil One Graphics for the sponsorships that go on here for Full Velocity Racing Network. Jim Revis and those guys doing fantastic. Transparent Graphics. Cannot forget Eichstead Motorsports. Eichstead does some great wraps too. So those guys, the admins in charge here, Jason Salter, Eric Eichstead, and Jim Revis, those guys do a fantastic job. They get me all the information that we need here during the week. And we're glad to be a partner here with DWR. As the racing still waging pretty good here. Surratt up to the top spot here in the number 25, gets a tad bit loose there. A little bit worried about Austin Miners aboard the number 8 machine. Pankow now running in 3rd. He dives down to the bottom side. He's got a pretty fast whip here tonight aboard the number 91 machine. Is E.J. Jones running in 4th as we got 2 laps remaining this time by. So we'll see popsicle sticks in the air here as we have had 5 heat races rather quickly here this evening. And they're coming down the back straightaway here as we are going into turn number 3. Austin Miners looks down to the bottom side once again. Can't make anything happen. There's white silk coming out in the air. So Lanier National Speedway heat race number 5. Every heat race lived up to its billing here tonight. E.J. Jones slipping through the field there temporarily, but down into turn number 3 for the final time. Miners going to throw it down in deep one last time, but off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 5. It's going to be Kyle Surratt. Austin Miners for 2. Tyson Pankow for 3. E.J. Jones is going to finish up 5th. Wow. E.J. Jones not making the main event. He's going to have to go through one of these events here. I believe 3 are going to qualify their way in. I believe they start 26 here tonight. So 5 big heat races on the docket here tonight. 5 have been completed. They are all in the books. C-Main, which is going to be a consolation event. This is not Alphabet Soup, so we'll call this consolation event number 1 here on the docket. I believe it's going to be 10 laps will be the distance. Yep, indeed, 10 laps will be the distance. We get ready to go racing here with the C-Main. Those who are looking forward to us monitoring chat, I'm not able to monitor chat here tonight. I'm pretty, I don't know. The phone's not working. I dropped my phone earlier because some stupid thing that was going on. Somebody sent me a snake, and they were messing around with snakes, and it's a weird picture. If I didn't send it to you on Facebook, I mean, I dropped my phone and it cracked my screen. So it's harder for me to monitor chat because I don't usually put it up on my 6 screens that I have here on Full Velocity Racing Network. So I guess I'm going to have to do that. Is usually I have my phone live, but it's pretty cracked pretty well. That snake scared the crap out of me. So a lot of great things going on here. We're going to go through the live grid really quick here for the C-Main. It's going to be David Clymer, Justin Pruitt, E.J. Jones, Preston Williams, Ryan Bronson, Chadwick Rigby, Brett Hoff, Ron Piles, Adam Stevens, Ryan Oakes, and Trace Williams aboard the number 60 machine. Those cars here for the C-Main. Top 3 will transfer on to the A-Main here, so it's going to be rather interesting. Clymer made a mistake here earlier, so hopefully he will recap on that. C-Main is underway here with the green flag. The 84 VJ Jones now dropping down to the bottom side there. Looked like his setup went away there late, so we'll see if EJ's got that under control here in this 10 lap. Clymer checking up there in the 98 machine. Look at Preston Williams up on the top shelf. Where did he come from? Wow. That number 99 machine. Man, I love the style of the 99 numbers there. Preston Williams. Fantastic move there on the top shelf of the Speedway. Number 6 machine. Another great looking car there by Ryan Bronson, excuse me. Bronson having a nice looking car. Pruitt there still battling it out in that 07 machine. So Justin Pruitt was out of a transfer there in his heat race. So, oh man, just tough here for these guys to make it into the Sunday night shootout. As is EJ Williams. Wow. EJ Jones showing the way, the number 98 machine, David Clymer. Then you got Ryan Bronson, Justin Pruitt, and Preston Williams. I must like that Williams name here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network, because EJ Jones starting to pull away. Clymer running in second. Bronson has that final transfer spot. And that's going to be a great battle between the 99 of Williams and the 07 machine of Pruitt. Those guys are going to be rather close. We're going to keep our eyes on that battle there for that final transfer spot. Like I said, great battling going on there as Pruitt now around the 99 machine of Williams. He sets his sight on the number 6, but Clymer's starting to fall back into the clutches of the number 6 machine. So Clymer, maybe a setup going away here late again, like he did in the heat races. We got 4 laps to go. Can Clymer hold on to a transfer spot and make it into the A-Main here tonight? Again, like I said, 41 cars slated here tonight. Started the events here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for the DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Only 26 cars going to make the A-Main, so we're going to have 15 cars going home tonight. Unfortunately, have to send cars home, and that's not a good thing, but it is a good thing in the same light as these guys all racing out hard here at DWR Sunday Night Shootout. And this is a great way to get involved in the Wednesday night street fights. Get your ticket, your golden ticket as I would call it, there to get inside and invite into the Wednesday night street fights. That's a fantastic league in itself. Meanwhile, the C-Main here, it's been all E.J. Jones and the 84 machine as he gets white flag here with the number 98 of David Clymer still running second. Ryan Bronson running third. Pruitt is going to have to throw one last ditch effort here to try to make it in as they're down the back straightaway here for the final time. And then turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, it's going to be E.J. Jones picking up the C-Main. Bronson drifts up the track, leaves the door wide open, but not for enough. He closes it. The 6 of Bronson going to take that final transfer. The 98 of Clymer going to finish up second. So heat race number 3, or yeah, heat race number 3, B main, gonna go out. So I'm gonna say consolation event number 2 coming out onto the speedway, starting on the pole with the 010 of Casey Brunson. Brunson aboard the 010, and his dancing part of the outside, driving the number 3. That is Barrett Bishop. Bishop aboard the number 3. Rolling off in the third starting position, that's the 13. That's Caleb Ramsey. Brandon Joy aboard the 193, going to roll off 4th. Rolling off 5th will be David Blackbird aboard the number 16 machine. Stephen Robbins is 073, going to roll off in the 6th spot. Rolling off 7th will be Chris Miller and David Brewer aboard the 319. Stephen Radunes aboard the number 78, going to roll off 5th, or roll off 9th. Rolling off 10th is going to be Daniel Price aboard the 01 machine. Andrew Rickard and Sean Stevens, your last row. As these guys get ready to go green flag off of turn number 4, and they're already green flagged here as we're coming down into turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway is Casey Brunson leading this event to number 3. Barrett Bishop running in second to 13. Machine of Ramsey now dives down to the bottom side. Blackberg, the number 16 machine, nice looking car out there, the black and white number 16. The 93, 193 now down to the bottom. A little bit of contact there with Blackberg, as these guys fighting tooth and nail there for the final transfer spot, trying to get up to the 13 and the 3 of Bishop. Oh, contact made. Looks like the 93. Looks like he's going around now. A lot of smoke coming out. I believe that's a 182 machine of Rickard aboard the 182. Smoke pouring out of that car. That's never a good sign, as now it is the 010 machine of Brunson. Ramsey for 2, Bishop for 3, but Bishop not going away on the top shelf for the speedway, trying to take over that second spot from Ramsey. They're side by side there through the corner. Can Ramsey hold on as he works over the bottom side, down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Chris Miller right now on the outside looking into that 4th spot in the number 9 machine. Blackberg is in the 5th spot, I believe. Yep, Blackbird 5th right now in the number 16 machine, doing a fantastic job there, trying to work his way into the picture too. But the top 3 pretty much have ran away and hidden here at the Lanier National Speedway, as we're coming up on 4 laps remaining here for the 010 of Casey Brunson. Caleb Ramsey for 2. For 3 is the number 3 machine of Barrett Bishop. Bishop dives back down to the bottom side there momentarily. Like I said, 4 laps remaining here, as Bishop trying to fight here with a 13 of Ramsey, trying to pull up alongside the door of the number 13 machine. Now Ramsey and him have switched roles here. Bishop down to the bottom side, Ramsey up about the middle of groove there. Looks like Bishop a tad bit loose down on the bottom, cannot get the forward bite off the corner. Ramsey kind of diamonds the corner of the number 13 machine, gets a tad bit loose there through the center. That allows Bishop to catch right back up there. About a half a car length between the 13 and the 3. Bishop now goes back to the top shelf of the speedway. That's where his setup is working up the best so far here at Lanier National Speedway. Casey Brunson all by his lonesome down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Brunson's going to see that white silk in the air here for B main, the consolation event number 2, as it looks like Brunson going to be able to hold on to that one down into turns 1 and off of turn number 2. Ramsey still holding on to second, Bishop for 3, and Chris Miller for 4. But into turn number 3 for the final time, putting a lap on the 182 machine, it's going to be the 010 of Brunson taking down the victory. Caleb Ramsey for 2, and 3rd will be Baylor Bishop aboard the number 3 machine. Again, want to thank everybody for tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Thank all the viewership as we get ready for the A main here tonight. 60 laps will be the distance here. And then don't forget, don't follow. We have a race right after this one. It'll be oil racing in the limited late models at Knoxville. So that will be live, large and in charge here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. That starts at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. So we're going to work our way over as fast as we can over to that track. I know Jack will be on the controls, and Phil and I will be announcing here, and that'll be a fantastic event too. As we get ready, we get locked and loaded here for the feature lineup here for the main event here at Sunday Night Shootout. And now, your starting lineup for Sunday Night Shootout, Lanier National Speedway, this site here, sponsored by Walls Beard Co. Beard Bomb here, that's your starting grid. Starting on the pole, driving to number 17, that would be Chad Bird. Bird aboard the number 17, Derek Fedkenauer, going to roll off in that second spot. Rolling off third will be the 010, Braden Richards. Daniel Stifler is going to roll off fourth, number 71. Rolling off fifth will be Kyle Surratt aboard the number 25 machine, and Brett Rolls in the 124, the Tennessee Tumbler, going to roll off sixth. Rolling off seventh will be Racing Jason Salter, last week's feature winner, and Alex Cummings in the 630 run, going to roll off eighth. Rolling off ninth will be Josh Peacock aboard the number 61, and Austin Miners in the 8, going to roll off 10th. Rolling off 11th will be RJ Klein, and Rocky Battenfield rolling off 12th. Rolling off 13th will be Alex Brewer and Kyle Moyer in row number 7. Row number 8 is going to be Tyson Pankow, Jamie Massey. Row 9, Jim Revis, Eric Eichstead, Stephen Moore, Sawyer, and then E.J. Jones, Casey Brunson, David Clymer. Green flag in the air. We're racing already here. 60 laps is the distance. This is 17 of Chad Bird leading the charge. The 012 machine of Braden Richards down to the bottom side. Look at Fedkenauer right to the top shelf. The H&L sponsored number 86 machine on the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to make something happen. See if that's any different from the heat race as he made his final pass on the outside there to get around the number 10 of Racing Jason. But it is the number 17 of Chad Bird showing the quick way around down the back straightaway. Braden Richards for 2. The 86 of Fedkenauer. Then Daniel Stifler, Kyle Surratt running in that 5th spot. Racing Jason Salter up to 6 in the number 10. What great racing going on here throughout the whole field. Just looking at all the battles going on. Just look at the number 61 of Peacock down to the bottom. The 631 machine. That is Cummings. The 8 of Miners. You got the 14 of RJ Klein. We are only 4 laps in, and this race promises to be a fantastic one at that here. Lanier National Speedway. We had a great race on Wednesday night. Yellow flag number 1 going to fly here, though. That's going to slow the pace down a tad bit here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we're going to take a look at the instant replay here. The Dirt-Series yellow flags is just a bad chain reaction. And man, checking up, slinky effect. Around goes Eichstead, around goes the 21 of Revis. And Showtime, Jamie Massey around the 62 machine. Not a lot of damage for those cars, but the slinky effect, everybody checking up. And some guys didn't check up as fast as others. And that happens. This is a short track race. And it is a dirt race, so it does happen quite a bit. And unfortunate, the 62, the 21, the 12, all to the rear are going to have to climb all the way back up through the field. But they got a lot of time to do it. 54 laps, in that matter of fact. As meanwhile, back up front, it is the 17 of Bird Fedkenauer. Then you got the 012 of Richards. Then Stifler, Kyle Surratt, Salter, Rolls, Cummings, Peacock, and Miners. That is your top 10 as the iRacing.com pace truck pulls down the pit road. Green flags in there, and we're racing here. Lap number 8 of 60. The 17 of Chad Bird going to lead the charge down into turn 1. Braden Richards now back to the assault on the 86 of Fedkenauer side by side. Coming off the corner down the back straightaway. These guys are doing a fantastic job staying off of one another. Man, it's tough. It's not that easy. As Richards still working the bottom. H&L sponsor number 86 of Fedkenauer up on the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to roll it in here. As Fedkenauer looks like he's going to be able to make the pass up on the top shelf of the Speedway. Braden Richards rolling the bottom of the 010 machine, not going away. But Fedkenauer, alpha turn number 4, going to have that second spot locked down. Look at the great racing going on here. For the 4th position, that's Stifler right now holding on to the 4th spot. 25 of Surratt now down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen here on Stifler. Stifler still holding on to 25, dives back down to the bottom side. It is not happening here for Surratt as he's trying to get around Stifler. These guys pretty much about equal here, and you're going to see the cream probably rise to the top towards the end of this one. That's where some of these guys' setups are set up for the long haul, the long run. Salter now down to the bottom side. He makes short work here. Nope, side by side. Surratt battling back on the outside. That is a battle for the 5th spot. Just remember, last week's feature winner of the 10 of Racing Jason Salter. I looked up front and I seen Bird and I seen Fedkenauer. Those guys were going tooth and nail for the top spot. As Fedkenauer was down on the bottom side, he's going to again dive back down to the bottom. Fedkenauer trying to get up alongside the door of the 17 machine of Bird. There, a little bit of a pinch. And then not able to get up alongside like he wants. The run killed there in the number 86 machine. So Fedkenauer going to have to get that full head of steam back here, coming down the back straightaway. The 17 of Chad Bird showing the quick way around. The 86 of Fedkenauer now going to the top shelf. Look at that car, just all the forward bite on the 86 machine of Fedkenauer. He's got probably the fastest car out there on the speedway as we sit right now. I almost willing to bet Fedkenauer just waiting to get around the 17 of Bird. Bird right now running the middle portion of the track, trying to make it hard for the number 86 of Fedkenauer. He peeks back down to the bottom side. He's trying to get alongside of him here in turn number 1. Slides, not going to quite be pulled off. There as Bird fires back on the outside. The 86 of Fedkenauer still trying to make it work, trying to pull that slider. Just cannot clear the number 17 of Bird off of turn number 4. Fedkenauer back down to the bottom. Side-by-side battle for the top spot. Side-by-side battle for third spot, too, between Richards and Stifler. But Fedkenauer trying to pull the slider here in the 17. He can just not get the bike coming off like he has been. It looks like the 86 car just a little bit better in the middle to the top portion of the track. The 17 of Bird able to hold off the 86 there. And that's not where it's slippery right now. The 86 Fedkenauer now pinches up the track there, trying to make it happen here, trying to pull the slider. Almost clear there. Yep. Clear in front of the 17 machine. That's going to check up Bird. Fedkenauer to the lead. Meanwhile, Daniel Stifler down to the bottom side gets a tad bit loose as he tries to throw it in hot and heavy. He knows he can't let Fedkenauer get away in that number 86 machine. Letting the pictures do a lot of the talking for me here tonight as these guys putting on a fantastic show. And do you expect anything less here on Dirt Warrior Racing Sunday Night Shootout or the Wednesday Night Street Fights? I tell you, I don't expect any less. That's why I circle these guys on my calendar each and every week. These guys are my favorite street stocks to watch. These guys that fight tooth and nail, how fast they are, and man, they just do a fantastic job here. As it is the number 86 of Fedkenauer. Then second is the number 17 of Chad Bird. Braden Richards running in third. Richards now breathing down the 17's neck down to the bottom side there. The 71 machine of Stifler still running in fourth, just looking at the great battles going on in front of him. The 86 of Fedkenauer tries to check out on the rest of the field, but Fedkenauer just doing a fantastic job working the middle portion of the track. And his setup seems to get better as the long run goes, and that spells trouble probably for the rest of the field here this evening. The Full Velocity Racing Network. Don't forget your source for eSport racing. If you want to book an event, get a hold of us here, as we are selling yearly bookings. If you pay up front, we got a yearly booking price for you. You won't want to miss. So get a hold of us. Yearly booking price, and we'll get a hold of you. Get a hold of us, and we'll talk and sit down and sign those contracts. Yearly booking price. You have Full Velocity Racing Network for a whole year on that night of your choosing. You just gotta figure it out what's going on there. As long as you pay up front, yellow flag going to fly here for the very first time here tonight. And NyQuil starting to set in just a tad bit. Sorry guys for a little bit of the slurred speech, but fantastic racing going on. Make sure you guys go out there, share this link out to everybody. Let everybody know Full Velocity Racing Network is live. Remember, Oil Racing Limited Late Models. There's going to be $100 to the winner of that event. Remember, that is going to go live directly on here at 9:30 Eastern Time, and that's going to be a fantastic show too, to say the least. Yeah, indeed. Daniel Stifler doing a fantastic job, and Surratt makes contact with him. Around goes the 71 of Daniel Stifler. Oh, tough break for the Iceman. All the way to the rear for the 71 machine. As we're already back green flag racing, just as quick as I get to the replay. Look at racing Jason Salter down to the bottom. 3 wide, 4 wide almost. Here for the top 5 spots. As look at Salter, look at Brayton Richards, Austin Miners, Alex Brewer, those guys all into the fray. Fedkin are the only guy that's out there not able to have any type of battle as of right now. And again, Salter back down to the bottom, has to check up as Richards runs them out of the real estate there in the 0-1-0 machines. We are halfway home. 30 in, 30 to go. 60 laps the distance here in the A main. We got to ask you one thing out there. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live. Who's it going to be? We want to hear your favorite pick out there. We want to know who's going to take down the victory here tonight in the Dirt-Series. Yellow flag comes out once again. But who's it going to be? You have some time to think about this one. You got about 10 laps. We want to know who you're cheering for out there. Whether it's not to pick somebody, we want to know who you're cheering for. Whether it's a group of cars, it could be H&L, it could be the DWR guys. It could be any team out there. We want to hear who you are cheering for. And don't forget to share us. Don't forget the star donations, fellas and ladies. Star donations helps us go a long way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Some upgrades to equipment, some other things going on as we go live, and some more upgrades here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. At least my stable's out here, so I cannot wait to see what happens there. You know, Monday I just finished up talking to Spectrum, and we should be upping our internet, so we should be able to stream a little bit better even, and that'll be fantastic. We're trying to work our way to 4K streaming. What do you guys think about that? So like I said, yellow flag number 3 of the evening is these guys putting on one fantastic show here. 33 laps of 60 already, so we have 27 laps remaining. These guys getting tied up together. They're restacked and repacked. I believe we're going to go green flag off of turn number 4 here. Hopefully it's going to be the final time, but you know how racing goes. Green flag in the air, and man, what a check up there through the middle portion of that one. This is 0-1-0. Richards down to the bottom side. Here comes Racing Jason back to the assault there in the number 10 machine. Rocky Battenfield coming out through the field too. And that number 97 machine. These guys starting to rise to the top here. Just looking down through the field, and there's a heavy hitters. E.J. Jones coming from a qualifier. He's running 11th spot right now. And that man, E.J. Jones had a long ways to go. Running right around the 24th position. I believe he started right around that area. Derek Fedkenauer leading the way here. And that number 86 machine, Chad Bird for 2. You have the number 0-1-0, Brayton Richards. Rocky Battenfield down to the bottom. Miners way up to the top shelf. That's going to cost the number 10, Assaulter, a lot of possession. And 97, Big Monkey himself, up to the 4th position. The number 97 machine trying to hold on there as he works his way up through the field. Rocky Battenfield has come to play here tonight at the Lanier National Speedway, as he wants into the top 3. He wants that podium finish. Dirt-Series.com. Yellow flag sponsor coming out once again here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As we got a lot of thanking to do here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, we got to thank one of our main sponsors, Evil One Graphics. So we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing off of turn number 4. We're restacked. We're repacked. As these guys getting ready to put that loud pedal down off of turn number 4. Green flag's in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway once again. We're on lap 40 of 60. 20 laps remain. Look at that, 3 wide there. Brayton Richards up through the middle there as the number 97 machine now trying to work over there. The 17 of Bird just checking up the field there. It's 4 wide for the second spot. Look at these guys. Fantastic racing. What more can you ask for a league here? Full fender frenzy. These guys put on a fantastic show. Getting really, really excited with these guys. Man, the 17 of Chad Bird running in second. Here comes Braden Richards back down to the bottom side. Side by side for the second spot. Rocky Battenfield into the fray. Austin Miners, Alex Brewer. A lot of heavy hitters through the field. And these guys putting on a whale of a show. Look at the Brett Rolls machine back there. The 124. Those guys were in a 3-wide battle. Look at Barrett Bishop way up on the top side. The number 3 machine. Look, contact there from the 73 machine's yellow flag. Number 5 going to fly here over the field. As we look on board, we haven't done this all evening long. We're on board here with the Northwest Racing Series onboard camera here, provided here to us by the Northwest Racing Series. Like I said, Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. We're going to take the green flag here with Chad Bird just to show the sights and sounds here around Lanier National Speedway. Watching the 71 of Daniel Stifler flash by there. He's getting one of his laps back there for the 71 machine. His lights are on here, so we're under pacing, but just looking at the great view here we have here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You got on the outside of us, we got the 97 machine of Rocky Battenfield, and it's going to be interesting to see how this is all going to play out. Again, you can look at the track and look at the differences in where it's black. You can see the slickness of where it's kind of wore out there on the speedway. So we'll see where these guys are going to go. It's been the number 86 so far. It's a no. So green flag coming out here out of turn number 4. And you hear Chad Bird strike that loud pedal down to the bottom side. So he's trying to make something happen here down through the corners. Man, it's just you have to really get off the pedal there. And oh man, 3 wide, 4 wide racing. I do believe that's what's going on there. Is oh man, Battenfield, something awry there. And oh, we're going to go for a ride here, Chad Bird. Oh, we went for a ride there. Second ride of the season here on an onboard camera. Bad luck strikes the 17 of Chad Bird. So we're going to watch that in its entirety from an instant replay. And man, there wasn't much he could do there. It's a tough break for 17 of Bird. Just thought he had enough room, and 97 of Rocky Battenfield was there. No, it's not a bad call there. The 97 of Battenfield had nowhere to go. 17 just drifted up into his lane. Unfortunately, it's just out of real estate. Knocks the 97 sideways, and that probably brings him back. And Chad Bird hard into the outside wall. And a lot of hope's been dashed there as he's running inside the top 3, but tough break for that number 17 machine. So we're under 10 laps to go when we get the green flag. So we're under 10. We got 10 right now, but we'll be under 10. The number 86 of Fedkenauer is showing the way here, the quick way around so far. The 010 of Braden Richards and Austin Miners now running 3rd. Stephen Moore up to 4th. Rocky Battenfield, which into the fray there, now in 5th. And then you have the number 3 machine of Barrett Bishop all the way up to that 6th spot. So Bishop starting to come alive just a tad bit. And some notables, E.J. Jones, Jason Salter, those guys 9th, 10th. And not having a great night. I don't believe either is the number 21 of Revis. His green flag comes out again here. The 86 gets loose. Look at Miners with a great run down to the inside. 2 for deal here through the corner. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, contact made. A lot of contact being made, and Miners right now capitalized. 3 wide. Here comes Battenfield down to the bottom side. Look at this racing going on here. If I don't lose my voice by the end of this one, there is going to be something wrong. 4 wide racing there through the pack. Great racing going on there. Nobody's giving an inch. Here comes E.J. Jones down to the bottom side, but Miners right now in the number 8 machine looking to capitalize, trying to get around Fedkenauer. Look like H&L, the contact is going to be made between the teammates. His yellow flag going to fly. Man, oh man, I think Fedkenauer had it the last scoring loop. Miners had 2nd, so what a race going on here. It's yellow flag number 7 comes out, excuse me. So we're going to wait and see what brought out this most recent yellow flag, and I believe E.J. Jones involved in this one, and man, E.J. Yep, E.J. Jones and Bronson just running out of real estate there. I just one and two hot, got in the back of the 84, and around goes the 84 of E.J. Jones, and Casey Brunson and the 84 machine both tied up in the knot there. So H&L number 86 of Fedkenauer is your current race leader. Austin Miners for 2 with 73 of Stephen Moore, 3rd. Rocky Battenfield 4th. Barrett Bishop 5th. Alex Brewer 6th. 7th is Braden Richards. Jason Salter is 8th. Sawyer up to 9th in the number 67 machine. And RJ Klein in the number 14. He is currently running 10th. As it looks like single file going to be the way of the land here with the last part of this event here. So Fedkenauer going to have a little bit easier of a route there for being single files. Green flag comes back out. We're racing off of turn number 4. 3 laps remain here. Can Fedkenauer hold on, or can one of the other guys get by him? But look at Rocky Battenfield. He's diving down to the bottom side of Stephen Moore here, trying to make something happen. That's where the battle is happening between the 73 and Moore and Battenfield. Look at Battenfield. As Miners makes a mistake, Battenfield moves up to Motors up to that 2nd spot. The 73 and Moore to the 3rd spot. Here comes Barrett Bishop. He's on a mission down to the bottom side as we have 2 laps remaining. Fedkenauer down the back straightaway here for the final, for almost the final time here. We got a lap and a half here. So we get the white flag here. It is Fedkenauer leading it down into turn number 1 for the final time. Battenfield trying to close the gap here. The 3 of Barrett Bishop. 3 wide racing for the 3rd spot. That's for a podium finish. Fedkenauer down into turn number 3 for the final time. H&L number 86 off of turn number 4, picking up the win will be Derek Fedkenauer. Rocky Battenfield for 2 and Stephen Moore going to finish up 3rd. Barrett Bishop for 4, Austin Miners for 5, Braden Richards, Alex Brewer, Jason Salter, RJ Klein, and Jamie Massey, round out your top 10. A-Main, Sunday Night Shootout, DWR feature in the books here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network. What a fantastic race, a fantastic ending to that one. What more can you guys ask for? Is Fedkenauer burning it down on the front straightaway? And 97 the Battenfield also making a little bit of contact, letting them know that it was a great race there. So fantastic job for the H&L number 86 machine as we go working, try to get some words with these guys. So as we work our way on over to the Discord here, DWR Wednesday night street fights, DWR Sunday night shootout. Wednesday night street fights is on Wednesday. So I'm programmed just a little bit it's almost as good as Wednesday night street fights. And those guys are handpicked there. And this is a great way to get into Wednesday night street fight. This is the way you get your ticket. Do a fantastic job here. You'll make your way into that Wednesday night street fights hands down. So getting ready here to talk to the third place finisher. Third place here tonight, Stephen Moore. I believe he's H&L there. So we're going to get a word with the driver of the number 73, the Stephen Moore machine. Stephen, great race here. Man, you guys were battling tooth and nail for that 3rd spot. There was 3 and 4 wide racing going around the Lanier National Speedway. Tell us about that race, man. Fantastic job bringing home 3rd here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm still trying to catch my breath. Yeah, that was a hell of a race. Yeah, I was just trying to stick it on the high side there. That's where my car seemed to kind of run there at the end and just kind of hold it on. I had a good run there with Barrett kind of all race. And that was fun. Good win there, Derek.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic run for you here tonight, Stephen. You had your work cut out for you here this evening, having to slice your way through that field. But tell us about this. Every week, it's 41, 42 cars. You have to come into this one and qualify your way in here each and every week here at Sunday Night Shootout. Tell us how nerve-wracking that is.
Yeah, actually, came out the first couple of weeks, qualified pretty good, and I guess my nerves got the better of me the past few weeks and haven't qualified very well. But I knew I had a really good setup in the car and just try to keep my nose clean and came up through there pretty well. And I like to thank my teammates there for the setup.
All right, Stephen, as we're accustomed to here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, we know you got more than just your teammates to thank here tonight. We'll give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you this evening for your third-place finish.
Well, I definitely like to thank you guys. You guys do a great thing over there at Full Velocity, and definitely like to thank everybody over at DWR, Jason, Eric, and Jim. And the sponsors on my car, TechWeld and Raise Electronics, and definitely all my teammates. Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up third place tonight on the podium here, driver of the number 73, Stephen Moore. We'll let him get back to the roots. We're going to see if we can catch up with Big Monkey here. Big Monkey, Rocky Battenfield, taking home the second place finish here tonight. And man, you had your hands full too. 3 and 4 wide, racing all the way up through the field. And man, what a show here on Sunday Night Shootout. Tell us about it.
I need a shot of something. I don't know what it is, but I need a shot of something after that race.
Well, I tell you what, Rocky, I looked in my refrigerator. I have nothing. It's like old Mother Hubbard, you know. Nothing in my cupboards, nothing in my refrigerator. I guess what I found, a Twisted Tea. I mean, I don't normally drink those here tonight, but I found a Twisted Tea to keep my whistle wet. But a shot of that, yeah. I tell you, I would have to have more than one shot to try to make that 3 and 4 wide passes that you guys were making out there. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. I mean, everybody seemed like it was really clean. I mean, it's nice to be able to go 3 and 4 wide and trust the people that are on the outside and inside of you. I know I just tried to find whatever the fast line was. I know I was behind Alex Brewer for a long time, just following him up through the field. There at the end, I found something right there on the bottom and was able to sneak my way up into second. And I don't think I had anything fed, though. He was flying. Congratulations to him, by the way.
Yeah, definitely a great race there for you, Rocky. When you make the best, you make the best of it when you're able to race. I tell you, it seems like every time you come on over to race, whether it's here or anywhere else, you finally make the podium and actually make the best of it. But I'm going to be microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank you this evening.
Oh, definitely want to thank BLR, all that they do for me. WR1 Chassis, iRacing Dirt Painters, and a big thanks to Jim Emery at Supermoon Graphics. He's the one that painted my cars for me, and he's the only one that I use, and I really appreciate all he does for me. And appreciate Full Velocity, man. You guys do a great job.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, sooner or later you're going to see Rocky Battenfield up here in the announcer's booth with us. If he can ever give up racing down there, if he's winning and finishing in the top 3, I don't think he should be giving up racing. But sooner or later you'll see him up here in the announcer's booth here as a special guest one of these nights on Full Velocity Racing Network. Rocky, again, congratulations on your second.
If you'd answer your Facebook, I'd have been there tonight.
Well, sometimes I don't answer my Facebook. It's because it's not my fault that I dropped my phone today.
Okay. All right, buddy. Take care.
All right, Rocky Battenfield finishing up second here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to get a word here with driver of the number 86 taking down the victory here tonight. Derek Fedkenauer was able to wrestle that lead away from Chad Bird here and able to run away here. The yellow flags kept everybody tight there, Derek, but man, you had a rocket ship here tonight. Tell us about it.
Well, starting up front, that always helps a lot, but been working on setup, got a setup from a teammate there, and it's been very, very good. So I gotta thank Peacock for sending that over, and that was what it was.
Well, definitely a fantastic race for you, Derek, tonight, taking down the victory here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Anytime you can win one of these races over DWR, 41 cars, I tell you. You're best in the 41, probably the best 41 street stock drivers I've seen out there ever. And, man, how much does it mean to win these races?
Oh, it means a lot. Like you said, you know, the best of the best street stock guys out there race this DWR league, and I mean, even top 5, top 10 is something to be proud of.
All right, Derek, you've been accustomed to it. You've heard the speech. You've heard the final spiel here. I'm going to give you a microphone. The floor is all yours. Take a really thank here tonight.
Of course, got to thank my team over at H&L with all the support they have with us, and we stick together and work with each other. You guys over there for putting this on and broadcasting it, and of course DWR for what they all do and have some good races.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, driver of the number 86 H&L machine, Derek Fedkenauer. Fantastic race here at Lanier National Speedway. These guys put on a whale of a good show here each and every Sunday night, even on Wednesday nights, DWR. If you want to get involved, obviously registration is closed right now, but for the next couple of seasons, I tell you what, get involved here early. These guys put on a whale of a show, and if you want to race with the best street stock drivers, this is where you got to do it here. It is open setups. But I tell you what, these guys will help you with the open setup. So fantastic job by each and everybody here at Dirt Warrior Racing. We're getting ready for another show here momentarily. That's going to be oil racing here. Limited late models. 100 laps will be the distance. And I cannot wait to see that one. But for now, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you to DWR Dirt Warrior Racing Sunday Night Shootout. Thank you to everybody here tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. We'll see you just in a few minutes here with another broadcast here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing.